Hi everybody, we are still in problem set 1.1 and we are now in question 14. And the question is still about the same clock, about the same circle which is in the top of page 9, a circle of vectors. So I will draw it for you again with the compass. Just opening the compass to, let's say, 10 centimeters. Let's see where the middle of the page about. Where is the middle of the page, more or less? Let's say it's here. So I'm drawing the circle with the compass, and in 1 second I will go over it with a pen, a black pen, so you can see the circle better. Okay, so the circle is like that. Okay, so this is more or less the circle. Okay, and the center of the circle is here, but we don't want this point. We want, in question 14, they say we begin from 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is down here in the bottom. Okay, here. Not here in the center of the circle, but here in the bottom of the circle. And instead of in 0, 0, we start at 6 o'clock. So the vector of 12 becomes 0 and 2. Okay, if we have the vector 12, which previously was this one, it was 1 and 0. Okay, it was from here, from 0 to 1. This is the hour 12. So now it's not just 1, but it's double that. It's up to here. So we go from 6 o'clock to the center, and then from the center, from 6 o'clock, this is 6 o'clock. Okay, from 6 o'clock we go to the center, and from here we start drawing the 12, and we get 2. Okay, because this is 1, this is the length of this part is 1, and we add 1. And sorry, just closing the window because there is noise outside. Okay, so this is 1 and another one that we add to get to 12. And in the same way we add 1 and then we have this vector, and 1 and that vector, and 1 and that vector, okay? Each time we add 1. So how many times do we add 1? We add 1 12 times, okay? First to this, then to this, to this, to this, to this. Each one has an added 1. So it's 1 plus the hour, okay? Let's say if we make it in another page, this is question 14 continued. We have 1, okay, the distance from 6 o'clock to the center of the circle, plus 12 o'clock. And we have 1 plus 1 o'clock. And we have 1 plus 2 o'clock. And so on. Okay? Dot, 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 which means and so on, until we reach 1 plus, well, maybe I'll start it with instead of making 12 the first line, I'll make it the last line, just to make it more orderly, because I don't want to finish with 11 o'clock as the last one. It's more logical to end with 12 o'clock. Okay, it's the same calculation, but here it's makes more sense to write 12 o'clock, okay, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and not 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until 11, okay, it will be the same. So I'm just writing the 12 o'clock in the end. Okay, the main point, and I'm erasing it from here. Okay, so the main point that here we have this 12 times. Okay, this repeats 12 lines, 12 times. Okay, so we have 1 plus 1 all the way up to 12. Okay, plus the summation, the sum of all the vectors of the hours. The hour of 1 plus the hour of 2 plus the hour of 3, and so on till the vector of the hour 12. But remember what we said in question 13 A, that they cancel each other out. Remember, if we had, for example, the 1 and the 7, this one goes to here, this one goes to here, they cancel each other out. Or, and together this couple is 0. Or 2 and 8, remember we talked about in question 13b, the 2 and the 8, they cancel each other out, and together they are 0. So each pair, okay, if we have here all these pairs of 1 and 7, 2 and 8, 3 and 9, 3 is to the right, 9 is to the left, they cancel each other out. So each of the pairs is 0. So this, all the vectors of the hours give us together, all of them, the summation is 0. Okay? So what we have is 12 times the distance 1 upwards. Okay, so we have we are left with 12 times the vector 6. Well, it's not the vector 6, it's the opposite of vector 6. You see, it's the vector from the bottom to here. It's this vector. We get to the center, and from there we do what we want. 12, 1, 2, 3. Each time we go to the center and we do this. We go to the center and do this. So this going to the center is the opposite of 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, the old 6 o'clock was from the center downwards. Now, this vector, it's not the vector 6 o'clock. It's the vector from 6 o'clock upwards. It's like minus 6 o'clock, okay? So let's write it 12 times minus 6 o'clock. Or in other words, we get the sum of them if we start measuring from this point, from this new starting point. This is the origin now, okay, not the origin in the center of the circle, but this origin. It's just going upwards 12 steps. So the sum, the new sum, let's call it V, would be 12, 0, because we didn't move to the right or left, and 12. Okay, just so it won't be messy. Okay, so can you see it? The new sum is just 0 to the left or right and 12 upwards. Okay, 12 times we do this. One time, second time, third time, because the summation of all the hours gives us 0, they cancel each other out, and the summation of all those 1 steps 12 times gives us 12. Okay, so thank you very much.